some out this gap, so we'll have to take the door off.
Somebody's trying to forward our car. I've decided to take a little bit of a step back. These guys are charging not much money, to be honest, and they're doing such a great job, so I just thought I'd showcase this because it's great to see. Hi guys, welcome to episode 9. On this episode we're going to be talking to Luke about the training. We're going to be getting deep and personal with me. We're going to be speaking to Esther about the facts and figures. We're going to be speaking to George about how many wing mirrors he's buying at the minute. And as always, we're going to check in with the teams. I'm Warren, and this is Warren's Removals TV, episode 9. So on this episode I really wanted to showcase the struggles of removals and what I go through on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to speak in the office in a minute about how I'm taking a step back and how the company is really bogging me down. We've just recently sold a van and we've purchased another van. We did explain this on the last episode, but a couple of days later I got in and then Luke was sending me links and photos and prices of a new lorry, and it just felt like every day there's always something coming along. And I'm going to just pass that one over to Luke and George because they can buy the new lorry and they can sell the next couple of vans, because at the minute it just feels like it's non-stop for me. So I want to enjoy a bit more of my life and my family life, so I'm going to talk about that. And we're going to go in there, take Harper to school tomorrow. It's her first day at big school, so she's going into reception, year 1 tomorrow. So we're going to get that on camera, and like I said, I'm going to talk about this in the quote office in a minute. I'm just on the phone to Lloyd's Bank because I just had a message to say that somebody has tried to spend £1,735 at John Lewis. So I thought, what the bloody hell is Tash up to? So I called Tash and it wasn't her, so somebody's trying to forward our card. So that's a business card, so I'm just trying to sort that out right now. There's always something going on. Okay, so I just spent 15 minutes on the phone to Lloyd's Bank and somebody has tried to hack our card, our bank card. They've tried to use it at John Lewis and then also a takeaway. They're unsure at how they got the card details and where they got them from, but thankfully Lloyd's Bank flagged it up as suspicious, which is good, so no money was taken. However, it does mean that they've had to cancel my bank card, the business bank card, and it's going to take 3 to 5 days for a new one to arrive. So a bit of a nuisance really, because I've got to make do for the next 5 days. However, it's good that Lloyd's found out and they didn't take any money from the account, so always be wary. Okay, so we just turned up at Danny's job. Danny is loading today. We are in Droitwich and we're moving to Farnham tomorrow, which is near Basingstoke. It's about 100 miles away. Yesterday, Simon and Jason, so Jason had his first day back at work yesterday. He did a packing job here and it went really well, and today's the load up. It'll stay loaded overnight and then tomorrow they'll be leaving early to get to Farnham. This customer is amazing, lovely job. I did the quotes, so obviously everything is perfect on this job. And I'm going to pass you over to Danny. We're going for a fight back.
What?
Oh, looking at guys, come on, get some work done. Come on, mate.
Alright. Sorry.
So when I come to do the quote, Carol pointed out this particular item of furniture and she said that it's really precious to her. And I said we'd look after it, we'd either export wrap it or we'd blanket wrap it. Now we've got these padded, really good quilted blankets that we use in removals. They cost a bit of money. They're a lot more expensive than the grey ones that we use, but they keep everything really protected. So I'm just going to wrap this up for us so it's nice and safe. That there is perfect. So I'm going to pass this on to Danny now, and nothing can scratch that, sorry, nothing can damage it, so it's well wrapped. Okay, so today is Tuesday the 6th of September, and I'm going to use this episode as an honesty episode because I want to speak to you guys and speak to the viewers from a real honest perspective and from my point of view. So over the last week, 7 days ago exactly, I decided to take a little bit of a step back from the company, not necessarily the company as a whole, but from some of the WhatsApp groups which I'm really involved in. There's a lot of stuff that bogs me down because I'm so emotionally attached to my company that everything gets to me in a certain way, whether it be somebody not turning up, somebody ill, a customer damage, an unfortunate one. It can be a puncture on a van, it could be a breakdown, it could be anything. Whatever happens that particular day, that WhatsApp group is informed, and then I'm straight on it, and then I am completely bogged down and I just can't pick myself up from it. So because of that, I've decided to take a little bit of a step back, come off the groups, because I know full well that the guys are dealing with it. They don't necessarily need me there all the time. They've got Luke, who's the general manager, who does an amazing job. They've got George, and they've got the team leaders. So I feel like it's been a very, very good move for me, whereas yesterday I spent a whole day with my daughter and I was actually present with her. Last 2 years, ever since COVID hit, to be honest, it has been absolutely crazy. And as you guys have seen, we've expanded, we've got bigger as a company, we've bought more vehicles, we've recruited more staff, we've moved to a bigger premises, we've got containers, we've got indoor shipping containers as well, indoor wooden storage crates and exterior shipping containers. The money has just been coming in and going out, growth, and it's just really, really overwhelming for me, to the point where when I first started, it was really fun. Every single day was a fun day for me. So I'll let Fraser tag a little photo of my first setup, which is here. This is exactly how I started, in my garage, which was, my dream at the time. I wanted to start a removals company in my garage. I was really proud of. And every customer I got, every phone call I got felt like a mini victory for me. So, I was really excited about every phone call. The bigger we got as a company, a year on, say, I got a sign written van, Fraser will tag here. And then that was another exciting part for me. And then a couple of years on, we get 3 or 4 vans, Fraser will tag another photo. So this is just explaining a bit of the growth and how exciting it was for me. And then when COVID hit, we got more staff, because staff were readily available because their jobs had either stopped or they weren't working, so staff were coming to me, which meant we could expand. I'm going to do a little bit of a quick demonstration with pictures of the system that we've got here and the structure. So Warren's Removals has obviously got me at the top, and we've got Tash, my wife, next to me. And then underneath, we've got Luke, George, and Esther. Those 3 control the company perfectly. They don't necessarily need me around all the time. They don't need to ask me questions all the time. They know the drill, they know what they're doing, they know how the company works, and they know how the customer service works, the quotes, everything. I'm not necessarily needed in that bracket anymore, although I'm such a control freak that I do like to get my oar in every now and then, which I'm trying to unlearn and trying to pull away from it and let them do what they need to do. And then underneath we've got Simon, Jason, Danny, James, and Chris. Those 5 members of staff are our team leaders. So they would generally do all of the team sheets, look at tomorrow's jobs, and obviously go and do the jobs themselves, as well as orchestrating the move and making sure that the customer gets a 5-star service. They are the team leaders, and then you've got the staff underneath those that just listen to those. So what I'm trying to say here is a company is now in a position where I'm not necessarily needed on the day-to-day stuff, which means I can then concentrate and regain my spark for removals again. Not saying that I've lost my spark, I'm just saying that life has got too busy within the business to make me think of the exterior picture and try and grow a bit better and try and become more creative. So that's what I'm going to try and do. So like I said, I'm being a little bit more honest on this episode, trying to become more of a family man and trying to be a bit more present rather than being so in my phone or in my thoughts or in the clouds. Tomorrow is a really exciting day for me and Tash. Harper is going to school. It's her first day at school, big school. She's really excited about this. I'm excited. I'm not needed on the bands tomorrow. I'm not needed within the company at all tomorrow. So I've managed to take that day off so I can speak and actually go and deliver Harper to her new school and get that nice picture for Facebook and, appreciate the moment is what I'm trying to say. And hopefully, because Fraser, our videographer, is in tomorrow, we can take the camera with us as well. Bye. So this is part of the episode when we do the Warren's Fun Facts, and you can't do that without the jingle. So here we go. Warren's Fun Facts. On this fun fact, we're actually going to give you two, because the second one is going to be delivered by P, Esther's daughter. Esther's daughter has been around quite a lot over the 6 weeks holiday, so we've had her in the office a lot and she loves it and she's such a joy to be around, and I'm quite excited about letting her have a little stint on the episode, so you'll be seeing P after this. But my one is all about Luke Wilkinson, and here's a photo of Luke Wilkinson. Luke used to work in hospitality. 5-year anniversary he had with us the other day, so he's now been employed by Warren's Removals for 5 years, which is amazing. But he came from a hospitality background, so he used to run weddings and events, and he was a food and beverage manager at David Lloyd, which is where I worked before starting this company. So I knew Luke, and then I started this company, and a couple of years on, Luke had seen me on Facebook and he'd messaged me and he said, I'm looking for a couple of days work here and there because I've just left David Lloyd and I'm looking for a new job, and I wondered if you would give me a couple of days work. And I said, of course mate, yeah, we're quite busy at the minute, come in. And I also said, you never know Luke, you might really enjoy removals and you might stick around. And that's exactly what he's done. He got stuck in, same as most removal men. They get their foot through the door and they realise actually removals is pretty good. It's quite a fun industry, and then people stick around. People don't think it's as good as it is until you're actually in. And now Luke's 5 years deep and he's the general manager. He basically runs the company when I'm not around. He's an amazing member of staff, and he is really professional, so I'm very, very proud of Luke. And that's a little bit of a backstory on Luke. So that was my fun fact this week. Now I'm going to pass you over to P, who's Esther's daughter, and she's going to give you hers.
Okay, so our fun fact is
gorillas burp when they're happy.
that's gorillas burp when they're happy.
I'm just going to call James because he's been to Cumbria today on a long distance. He's already unloaded, so we'll see how we get on.
Yo!
Hello mate.
Hello mate, you alright?
Yeah, how you doing? You alright? How did today go?
Yeah, good mate, yeah, all good mate. We went pretty well, smoothly.
Did it?
Still hasn't completed on it or exchanged or something. I'm not entirely sure what process she's at.
Okay.
But we got access, so we were straight in mate, unloaded, everything built up, came off nicely. They were adamant on getting stuck in, so they had a bit of a go. We even had Ali on the back of the van passing boxes off to us.
Oh, bloody hell, there you go, that's what it's all about.
I sort of like didn't want to intervene. They were so eager on letting us do it. I was building while Max was throwing it in and she was passing them off, so
Bloody
Yeah,
hell.
a very involving customer, but she's happy. It was nice to see her a little less stressed.
Oh, that's good, mate.
Quite a traumatic experience.
That's good, mate. What time did you leave?
I asked her if we left at 5.
5 a.m. did you?
About 10 past 5. Yeah, about 10 past 5.
And what time do you get back?
Get back today around about 4-ish, it's saying, but I may stop depending on how I feel. If I start feeling tired, I'll quickly grab a Red Bull or something.
Yeah,
but
man.
At the moment, it's about 4:45.
All right, mate. Cool. Well, make sure you do stop if you get tired. It's important to rest up, brother.
All right, no, it's what, bro.
Thought I'd just give you a call, mate. Just check in on you, see how you're getting on, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
All right, mate. Look, you can see you tomorrow.
See you, bro. Bye-bye.
All right, bye, mate.
Morning. Here we are in Worcester, in Warndon. We've just started loading up. Nice little 2-van job. So hopefully the rain will stay off today and should go nicely. Here we have one of these tricky little situations that we often come across as removal men. Tumble dryer. So obviously it's not going to come out this gap, so I'm going to have to take the door off. So it helps to be a bit handy.
After recently talking about renewing our fleet and getting rid of some of the older vans and bringing new ones in, I thought it'd be interesting to just show you some of our daily and weekly checks that we do on our vans. Obviously we want to keep the newer vans, we want to keep them running as long as possible, you know, looking at the services, changing the oil and just keeping them on the road safely for the staff as well. So this is an example of like one that we do for our Luton vans. There's 18 different points on here, and the main sort of points are looking at tyre tread, the lights, the indicators if they're working, the window wipers, the washer fluid levels, and that sort of thing on the Luton vans. But the lorry one, the one we got for the lorry, is quite more intense. You know, it's a 42 point check that they have to do every single day before the lorry goes out, and that's everything just from the fuel level down to, you know, the condition of the actual wheels. So the Taco Pro is a duplicate booklet which is used for the lorry, and if there is a defect or something wrong with the lorry, take out one of the copies and they bring it to me and I get it fixed as soon as possible. That's just a little bit of an insight into our lorries and our Luton vans. Looks good.
Okay, so we've just turned up in Bromsgrove. This is the customers' names are Mr. and Mrs. Warren, and I've just found out that had no part to play in why they booked us. They just had a recommendation, so it's nothing to do with the name. But anyway, Mr. and Mrs. Warren, we're moving today. James is the team leader. It's a 3-van job. We're in Bromsgrove and the customers are moving to Pershore, so let's get cracking. Okay, so we've got to this job and the guys are absolutely smashing it. They've not got much more to do, but there is a table to protect, so I thought I'd show you our table protector. These are really quilted, quite easy to put on. You buy these from Woods Packaging for anybody looking to buy some, and they slot on quite easy. And what that does is keep it protected when you're moving it in and out of the house and onto the van. So yeah, recommend the table protector if you're in the removals industry. Okay, so we've just turned up at Chris's job. Chris is the team leader here. There's 6 members of staff and there's 4 vans. And the customers have just gone to collect the keys. It's just gone 12 o'clock, so that's good news. They've almost loaded. But I just thought I'd show you these Lego items that the customer likes to build and collect. We've got 3 of these. This is obviously a Bugatti. And just to keep them a little bit safe, I thought I'd put them in my car, as they've got the keys. They're only 10 minutes away, so we're going to go and deliver them. But I just thought it'd be good to showcase this kind of stuff, as we move stuff like this all the time, and the customers obviously have to put their trust into us to make sure they don't get damaged. So that's why we're putting them in the Jeep. So because of these little crates that the customers had made, there is a bit of space at the front and back. So to prevent it from smashing forward, I'm going to put some cardboard in the way, so when I'm turning corners it won't collide and damage. So I'm just making sure that it's all safe and secure. Okay, in the background you can see a company called Pew's Haulage, and they're moving an olive tree for us. We haven't organised this. We tried to organise it with a company that were being really slow to respond, so the customer's found his own company, and these guys are charging not much money, to be honest, and they're doing such a great job, so I just thought I'd showcase this because it's great to see. Shout out to Pew's Haulage. Okay, thanks for watching episode 9. We hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you're on Instagram, follow us on this tag here. If you're moving within the area, this is our website here, and we'll catch you next month.